Not everyone's allowed to do this, but Dave knows that I'm more than capable enough of netting out my own fish. And I really quite like the look of these achievers. So I've got to have a look down through this section. I've come up to Southwest Koi before I make a final decision. Check if this male or female. That's a female fish as well right there. So I just spotted this one swimming round and I think it looks absolutely... Got to get the oxygen now. One extra new thing I've just spotted at Southwest Koi. Got loads of these guys in. Let that fish go into there. And if you hold them like that, they can't knock themselves out. Right, so I sent me boy up there to finish this bit. There she is, boy, you're throwing her! And anyone new to the channel, absolutely buzzing about the new koi. Got the old hot chocolate. I got a latte. And I'll catch you later on, brother. Happy days. £15 each. Absolute bargain. So I had to go down and get my own. But I think I'm going to look over in those ponds over there. Hello everyone, welcome back. James the Koi Whisperer, and today I've come up to Southwest Koi. I've got a few more fish that I need to pick for our GROWON challenge that me and Mrs. Whisperer's doing. Right, so here we are, Southwest Koi. Look, we got Craig here as well, look. Happy days. How you doing, brother? I've showed you around here before, a lot of people that watch my channel, Southwest Koi. It's got absolutely everything here available. Loads of different size ponds, pumps, loads of filtration running up through here. Oh, and it looks like he's got a load of new ornaments here as well. Won't show Mrs. Whisperer this one. She might end up buying a couple of these. She did want some for the garden. I've got 3 fish to pick for my GROWON challenge that I'm doing with Mrs. Whisperer. Planning today to pick 2 fish. Some of these are a little bit big, but while we're here, we'll just have a little bit of a look. There's some absolute stunning koi in this tank, or pond should I call it. That kahaku right there is amazing. Some of these are a little bit big. Mrs. Whisperer over there. Check out all these ornaments. Dave's got absolutely loads of different ornaments for the garden here at Southwest Koi. Some of the massive koi in this one, these are well too big, but I always like having a look. And the artwork, I love it. I know that's right up my street. But we'll have a look down through here, see what's in this tank. Oh, this is more like it. There's a load of different mix sizes. It's just if something takes my eye, I might end up picking it. Some cracking chags. I do need to get myself a chag. That is very nice. I like that. But I have got a kahaku already in the challenge. There's some stunning fish here. The problem with me is that when I have a little bit of a look, I don't really know what I want because I love every single koi. Don't know if anyone else gets that problem. Some absolute stunning. That goshki right there, that's going to be amazing. I'm going to jump up here because at Southwest Koi they've got this little stand which you can stand up here like this and have a good old nose round. Check that out for service, look. That's what you call the absolute hammer. So yeah, we're having a bit of a koi chat here today. Craig's come down to see me as well. And Dave, the owner's just bought us out a coffee, look. That's the hammer. But I love being up here because you can have a good old nose round at all of the ponds, gives you a little bit of a better look. But I think I'm going to look over in those ponds over there because they're a bit better size fish for what I need. Right, so Mrs. Whisperer didn't get me a coffee, so I had to go down and get my own. She's nice like that. But while Craig's here as well today, I'll probably get Craig to give me a bit of an helping hand, pick a fish, mate, if you're up for it. Give me a bit of an helping hand, considering we got a competition with Mrs. Whisperer. Get on the coffee. And so we just spotted these fish in here, £15 each, absolute bargain. So I think we'll come back up here tomorrow and I'll let my boy Jacob have a little pick through here because these will be perfect for him. There's some absolute stunning fish here. We're just having a little bit of a talk here because we might be buying some ourselves. There's some quality fish in this tank, just got to pick through them, work out the ones that you like the best. There's some absolute beauties in here. But I'll definitely let Jake pick some out of here for his tank anyway. Right, so I've got to have a look down through this section. There's a few that I've seen. I've got to show you. Right, so first pick, what I'm thinking is an achiever. I'm thinking something a little bit different in the competition. And this guy right here is being super, super friendly. And I do actually quite like it. And I really quite like the look of these achievers. Something a little bit different. I'm going to grab a bow. Not everyone's allowed to do this, but Dave knows that I'm more than capable enough of netting out my own fish, putting it in a bow, and he's sort of left me to my own devices really. He said that I'm more than welcome to bowl a few up, see what I'm thinking, and yeah, looking forward to it. So I'm going to chuck a couple in a bow. We'll window it down to see which one I like the most. Right, so got Craig with me. We're just having a little look, seeing what we're thinking. There's a few nice ones in here. There's a gin rim one there I quite like. Yeah. Any ones you spotted out, mate? Quite nice. Oh, that's quite nice there. It's light, isn't it? Do you reckon that will darken up a bit?
It should darken up, yeah.
It's quite nice being that colour though, isn't it? Quite light. I think those two next to each other there, we'll chuck both of them in a bowl and have a look. I'll grab a bowl in a minute. I'm just getting some water out into a bowl.
Two for the price of one.
Absolute stunner.
Cool Whisperer knows how to do it, see.
Those nets are definitely a bit deeper than the one boiler I've used, isn't it? So, two different types. The gin rin on that is absolutely amazing. Not gonna lie, the only thing that I have noticed is there's a little blemish there on the fish. Not that that's a massive problem.
Unless you're showing, it's no real big issue, is it?
No, it's no real big issue, unless I want to show. The rest of the fish is absolutely stunning. I do like it. I like the head pattern on it. And I don't know if that's a blemish on it or just a darker scale, to be fair. One looks really nice as well. But I think what I'll do is I'll grab a couple more out just to make sure I'm completely happy, because I've got to make sure I pick the right one. If I don't pick the right one, Mrs. Whisperer could win the competition. That's a quality fish right there.
I don't think we've done that before.
Done it a few times, mate. Right, so this one we've just picked out now. This was my first pick of what I selected to start with. That there's a really nice fish. I do like that. I think out of the three that's in there, that one is ticking the boxes the most. I like the head pattern on it, the little break between the scales.
What's the breeder of this one?
This one here, this one's the guard dog. I'm just keeping an eye there. Right, so I've picked 3 fish. We've got a little spectator here as well. You can't have them though. So we're just having a little bit of a look. So there's 3 different sort of types here. You've got the gin rim, which is absolutely stunning. We've also got a bit more of a break with this fish. I think Craig liked this one as well as what I did. And in here, this was my top pick, what I liked. And I think out of the 3 that's in there, I sort of made up my mind. I think it's going to be that one.
Yeah.
I think I have to get that one bagged up. I do like that one a lot. Mrs. Whisperer, you're in trouble, girl. Right. So the Gimrin's going back, absolute quality fish, but didn't tick all the boxes for me. Me and Craig were just saying this one's an absolute cracking fish. It's gonna be the bigger fish of the two. I think it's a little bit cleaner than this one, but I think this one's got a little bit more potential. When it gets bigger, I think it will look a little bit nicer from the top of the pond. Both very good quality achievers. The more you look at them, the harder it makes your mind up to make the decision. I like the head pattern on this one from the side, thinking about viewing it from a side window. So I just wanted to show you something, the reasons why I'm picking this fish. If you look at this from underneath the window, on the side, even though I got absolutely soaked then, from the side of that fish as it rolls down the body, just a check of this male or female. That's a female fish as well right there. This fish from an in-ground pond will look nicer than this fish, but I think from a pond window side of things, this fish will look a little bit nicer, this one right here. Right, so this is a Deutsch achiever, something a little bit different. It is Deutsch, even though it has got a natural scalation down the side there. Yeah, and they're not for me really. I like the full scalation pattern. Just put both of them fish back, because I spotted another one. Right. I think this fish here is absolutely class. I really like the look of this koi. I like the head pattern on it. Hopefully he don't jump again. He's looking to jump. Sorry about the footage. I think I'm just going to get this one bagged up and I'll show you a little bit more detail when I get back home. But the head pattern's clean. It's not a massive mouth on the fish, but I like the way the scalation pattern runs down. It is one-sided pattern really, looking through the window. But I really do like the way that pattern runs down through the side of this fish. I like how clean and crisp it is. I like the backbone on the fish, the body. I think that's a really cool fish. I like the little patch on its eye. That's the best of the four that we've had in the bowl, I believe.
So, Mr. Broom, are you going for it?
Mr. Whisperer. Yes, I am. That's the one I'm picking. 100% that fish is coming home. Right, so I need to go and grab a bag. Mrs. Whisperer just said it's not a wet t-shirt competition, I'm soaked. I'm going to bag up this one. This one's coming in. You just swap sides for me a second. You hold the bag. What's the bettings he jumps out? I could do it with my hands, but I'm just going to do it this way just to make sure it's right this way. Get this draining off. All bagged up. Got to get the oxygen now.
Look at the concentration on that face.
Make sure I get it right, see? Pull that way.
What's that saying they do? A few moments later.
My fish. Right, so bagged it, boxed it, now I've got to pay for it. Never know, might get a bit of discount as soon as I netted it as well. That being said, let's go and pay for it. One extra new thing I've just spotted at Southwest Koi. Got loads of these guys in. So Jakey boy will be more than happy about having a look at these. Works really cool. Mrs. Whisperer just said she might need to buy a few more bits of food as well. I said, we'll be alright for a minute. Time to pay then, love. Is it my turn to pay or your turn to pay? Right, what you buying, mate?
I need a big bowl.
Happy days, mate. Happy days. Got your bowl then, brother.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
And I'll catch you later on, brother.
See you next time.
Happy
Thanks.
days.
See you later. Thanks. Bye.
Right, so I got my new koi.
Are you happy with it?
I'm more than happy.
I don't
with
think
it.
it's going to beat mine, but you know, it is a nice looking koi.
Right, let's go and get a quick coffee. Right, so we got the old hot chocolate. I got a latte. Time to get home, get this fish in the pond. Right, so I'm back home. Happy days. I best get this koi out the box and start getting it acclimated. But it's not going in this pond. It's going in this pond. And my bagging skills are pretty good really. First time of actually doing it properly in a koi shop anyway. Fish looks like it's travelled nice and safe. Let's get this one acclimating. She's floating on the pond. All of the other koi in here, they're going nuts because they think it's feeding time. But it ain't. I'll leave that one for 25-30 minutes. I'll get it out into a bowl, give it a little PP dip, and then I'll enter it to the pond. Happy days. Get yourself on the acer tree. To be fair, I might have time to go and get an acer tree to put in this pot today as well. That might be a good idea. But we'll get this fish acclimating first. Need me bowl. That one and that one. I'm going to give it a bit of a measure up and see what we're sitting at. I might not need the sock though. I'm going to get some PP in there after I have a measure up. Right, so all I'm going to do, even though this water's, to be fair, he ain't pooped on the way home, so I'm going to keep that water the same. Let that fish go into there. Absolute quality little fish. Well made up with that. And now being home, the scalation pattern on that, or the frucrin, is absolutely outstanding. I'm so glad I changed my decision from earlier on. Super advantage of putting a few fish in a bowl. Well made up with this Achiba. I think it's absolutely stunning. The head pattern on it, it's just down through here, the frucrin, as you can see the scalation, it just stands out through the colour. I'm not sure what this sort of colour they call it, to be fair. Well made up with that koi. Super happy. We'll have a quick measure up just because, bit of reference for myself really. So at the moment we are sat at, I'd have said 30 cm that was then, but I'm not sure. We are sat at 31 cm, so that will be interesting to see what happens. Just to clarify, 31 cm, but look at that, that is absolutely outstanding. I'm so glad I picked this koi. I love the little patch on its eye. Don't know if you guys can see that on camera. See that little patch right there? Really is a nice clean Achiba. I reckon Mrs. Whisperer's in trouble because that is an absolute special koi. Well made up with that. Not going to lie to you, I just done a little scrape before I took it out of the bag, and there's absolutely nothing on the fish whatsoever. And I know all of the other fish that I've had come from Dave at Southwest Koi, and there's nothing on them either. The pond's been faultless, and I'm not even going to stress it out by PPing it. I'm just going to put it straight in the pond. I think that looks stunning. Really am happy with that fish. So I'm going to get it put in the pond now. Give them a bit of a spin like this. And if you hold them with your hands either side of each other, you can just go straight up. And if you hold them like that, they can't knock themselves out. You can hold them all day long, and then you can slowly release them into your pond. And there she goes. Absolutely perfect. It is part of getting new fish, getting used to new water. The quality of water is fine, but it's just the hardness of the water. The KH is slightly different here, so it's a big jump for a fish to get used to it. It's part of the reason why I like leaving them in the bowl for a little bit, obviously acclimating them. But yeah, I'm buzzing. I suppose now what I'll do, I'll put the cover on the pond, just because it is a new fish. New koi can have a tendency to jump and flip. So if you've got a net, or if you've got any guards you can put on your pond, it's something that I recommend doing, especially for the first 24 hours. Right, so Mrs. Whisperer just said we haven't got enough time to get to the garden shop, but what I am planning to do, I'm planning to move my air pump, for the reason being, it just makes a bit of a humming noise. And being in the garden, I don't really want that, and it does get picked up on camera, and I do find it quite difficult. So all I'm going to do is run this cable up, run it across, top of the fence, down, into the shed, open up this door, and I'm going to sit it back in place in here. I'll run the pipe work outside up through the shed, so you won't see none of it. Sorry about the glare, but you can hear the humming noise. As soon as I shut the door, because I soundproofed it, because it was James the Koi Whisperer's Dream Pond, you don't get that horrible humming noise. So that's what I'm doing now. It's an absolute banger of a day. Check that out. Woohoo! Right, so I got all my pipe fittings out, my bits and pieces, all John guessed. I've also got a load of the black pipe left, 8mm or 12mm I believe it is, 12mm pipe. Boy's just got all his gear out. Right, so I got my boy out because I can't get in this corner, it's a bit tight, but he needs to put a 90 in that corner because we've come up here. You need to get a 90 in it, boy. Crack on then, son. That's the hammer, boy. Right, I need to drill through the filter house. There she is, boy. You're through in her. Happy days. How's it going back here, Tope?
Got me pipes in. Just clipping up now.
Just get it all clipped in, my booty.
2 clips there. I'm going to put another clip here and another clip there. And up she goes like.
Tidy job, mate. Likes that. Happy days. Another job done.
Beautiful, that. Dead centre, that. Lovely.
Happy days. Likes that, boy. That's
We
the
do.
hammer. I'll show you how to do it, boy. You sometimes just got to give it a bit of the hammer. Give him a bit of the old Mr. Miyagi, boy, and he goes right in there.
Bit of aggression on it.
That's
get it
the
in
hammer,
there.
boy!
So my idea is I'll put one of the bonsais up here, shouldn't I?
One over there,
So I'm going to nick it, I think. He won't mind, will he?
Right.
He can't see it anyway, he'll be alright.
What are you doing?
Don't you worry. You look good, mate. Oh, look at that. Fits beautifully. Turn around that.
Here he comes. He won't be able to do it. It's not straight.
Can't be that bad, can her?
What have you done to that?
That's
Have you realised?
It's the same spot.
You realise there's an actual little real tree growing inside of that?
He's a weed.
It is a weed, but...
Ain't no tree, it's a weed.
Right then, ladies and gents, come to that time of day. Absolutely buzzing about the new koi, well made up. That being said, I'm off to Southwest Koi again tomorrow because my boy's just got back from fishing and he turned around and said, Dad, did you get me any new fish? And I said, no. I said, you can buy some new fish for your own pond. And anyone new to the channel, this is the pond we currently just built together. It's a bit of a family really. Jacob built nearly all the woodwork. Toad come out, helped me build that stand. I've done a bit of the art deco to it, using the old Team U, got a rug, but he needs to get a few little baby koi to go in there. So we're off to do that tomorrow. That being said, come to the end of the video. Thanks for watching it, everyone. If you can remember to like the video for me, watch it on your TV, just get onto your mobile. Get onto your mobile and hit that like for me. That being said, happy days. Thanks for the new koi. Thank you to Southwest Koi because he supplies some absolute banging koi. I highly recommend anyone go up there to give him a visit. He's got some quality fish available. Yeah, on that note, if I don't see you in a week, I'll see you through a window. Thank your mother for the new koi.